Hello, welcome to XClam Chess. In this video I'll be explaining how the point system works in chess. The point system is used to help you gauge who's winning materially, and also to help you see whether or not trading your pieces for your opponent's piece would be an even trade. The first thing that I'd like to explain about the point system is that it's not 100% accurate, because it's not like other games or sports. For example, in football, if the Ravens are up 35-7 against the Steelers with 2 minutes left on the clock, in the fourth quarter, then it's pretty safe to say the Ravens are going to win that game. In chess, it's not the same way. You could be up 13 points with material and then get checkmated in the next move. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, pawns are worth 1 point, knights are worth 3 points, bishops are also worth 3 points. Now, some people will tell you that a bishop is worth more than a knight, but that's not very accurate. They're both completely equal. The only way one would be worth more than the other is, depending on the position. But because of that, they're entirely equal. Rooks are worth 5, more than a bishop or a knight, because obviously a rook's easier to use than a knight, and also the bishop can only stay on the color of the diagonal that it starts on, whereas a rook can change color, so it would be able to cover the entire board, whereas a bishop wouldn't be able to. That's why it's worth more than either the knight or the bishop. The queen is worth 9, and the king, he doesn't really have a value per se, because, obviously you get checkmated, you lose the game. But as far as attack value goes, in an endgame when you would have to bring him out, sort of like how, in hockey they pull their goalie if they need to, in the endgame, you have to pull your king out into the board. And at that point in the game, he has about a 3-point value, same as the bishop or knight. Some people will try to tell you that the king is worth 3.5. Some people will say 3. I say it really depends, just on your personal view. I really couldn't say either. That would be up for you to decide. So, now that you know what the point system is and what the values are, now here is how you can actually put this to use in a game. So, if this knight captures the pawn, which is worth 1 point, the rook captures the knight, which is 3 points, then the bishop captures the rook, and now the king captures the bishop. This would be an even trade, since the bishop and the knight are both worth 3 points. That equals 6, and the rook and a pawn equals 6, since the rook is 5 and the pawn is 1. That's an even trade, since each is worth 6 points.